Yes, this new lip got me feeling myself. Okay. Hey beauties, what's up? It's your girl Sierra and welcome back to my channel. So for today's makeup tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how I create this beautiful green cut crease with a little pop of blue. And for today's look, I did dip into my Morphe James Charles palette, the Unleash Your Artist palette. Love, love, love this palette, especially if you guys are a fan of colors. Look at those shades. This isn't a new palette. This has been out for some time now, but I did also play around with my Jawbreaker palette, you guys. I love, 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 and I can't stop using this palette. This is from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. If you guys don't know about this palette, you need to cop it, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna ramble too much for this intro. I just really want to focus really on this makeup look. So if you guys are interested to see how I achieve this look, then make sure you guys keep on watching. Oh, wait. Before we hop right into it, of course you guys know, if it's your first time seeing my face and you would love to see more makeup tutorials, vlogs, and all that jazz from me, then make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you guys are notified every single time I upload. And yeah, just keep on watching. To save time, I did my brows off camera. I used my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer, my Precisely Brow Pencil from Benefit. So now I'm just taking my James Charles palette, taking that green shade Daddy and the black shade Benny, focusing the green shade on the outer corner first. I'm just going to slowly pack the green shade and drag it to my inner crease. Okay, so as I'm building up the intensity of this green shade, I am dragging it closer into my inner corner, and as you guys can see, I'm not being super precise with this. I'm just making sure that I'm not bringing it too high close to the brow because we're going to use a soft transition shade afterwards. So now I'm just going to recreate the same thing on the other eye. Like I said, starting off with packing it in the outer corner and then dragging it into the crease and in the inner corner of the eye. Not being too perfect with it, because just keep in mind we are going to be cutting the crease. Now I'm taking my Jawbreaker palette from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I'm going to take that green shade called Sour. I love this shade. I love how soft these shadows blend together. And I'm just going to bring that above the top of the last green shade just to soften it up. Okay, so here I'm just switching over to my Lamora 111 brush. Just this gives the eye a really diffused look. Now taking my Morphe M562 brush, this is a tiny crease brush. Taking that black shade and focusing it on the outer corner. I really just want to give this eye look some depth. So now taking my e.l.f. crease brush and the Hunter green shade and a little bit of the black, I'm going to work this into the crease, blending them together, just working it up, blending back and forth, making sure that the colors are nice and diffused. Okay, so now it's time to cut that crease. I'm using my same Maybelline concealer from the beginning and a art brush that I got from Michaels, and I'm just carving out my crease. I know that this can be a little challenging for some beginners, so if you guys are interested in seeing a more in-depth tutorial on how I achieve the perfect cut crease, then just comment down below and I can definitely get that video out there for you guys. As you guys can see, I'm using the edge of that brush to diffuse the ends where the concealer and the shadow of the outer corner meet. I'm just doing this so that the shadows that I place on top blend seamlessly over without being patchy. So going back into the Jawbreaker palette, we're taking Virgin and Brain Freeze, and we're going to be using Virgin to set the lid. This is also going to act as a base for the pigment that we're going to apply later on, and also help with blending the outer corner shadows as well. So taking Daddy and Benny, I'm going to be dragging those two colors from the outer corner to midway of the eyelid. I want this to be a soft gradient effect.
Now I'm taking Brain Freeze on a flat synthetic brush and I'm placing it on the line where we had stopped the concealer. This is just really going to help build up the intensity of that blue shade before we start blending the shades together. Okay, so now time for glitter, which is my favorite part. I am taking Disco from Glit Your Life. This is one of her chunky glitters. I live for her glitters, you guys. They're so, so gorgeous. Taking that and my Duo Lash Glue, and I'm outlining the crease that I already had carved out. And then I'm just going to take a paintbrush and place the glitter on the outline. I live for this lash glue, you guys, because one, it's latex free, and two, it dries clear and it's so easy to take off at night. So now I'm just going to pop on a little bit of wing eyeliner and a little bit of inner corner highlight. You know the drill. Finishing up the eyes, I'm taking my white gold pigment from J. LaRue Cosmetics and I'm going to apply that over Virgin. This literally completed the eye look, you guys. I was obsessed. Now taking my Tatti TL3 lashes, I'm just going to pop those babies on. You guys know I live for these lashes, like bury me in them, okay? Taking my Too Faced Hangover RX primer and I'm going to be applying that to my skin. As you guys see, I like to tap my primers in. This creates a nice stimulation plumping effect to the skin. And this is probably one of my favorite hydrating primers at the moment, especially for oily combination skin like my own. So taking my MAC Studio Fix foundation in NC38, I'm just going to be blending this out all over my face with my Real Technique sponge. This is a matte finish foundation and I live for that, especially during the summertime. I have oily skin, so this foundation works for me very, very well. And I know that it does appear a little bit dark on camera, but do keep in mind that I do exfoliate my skin a lot on my face, so it is a lot lighter than the rest of my body. And as you guys can see on my neck, I do have a tan, so it matched perfectly. I was just obsessed with the finish of this foundation, especially just with pairing a matte foundation with a hydrating primer. Bomb, you guys, bomb. Now just taking that concealer again. I was being a little bit extra. I thought that I was being fancy for IG, but I don't even think this clip made IG videos, so it doesn't even matter. You could just watch me dot the concealer all over my face. You know the drill. Make heart on my forehead because why not? I actually realized after the fact, like when I was blending this product out, I was like, I put way too much concealer just trying to. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that out with my dampened Real Technique sponge. So to set the skin, I'm going to use my Dermablend Professional Loose Setting Powder. I live for this product, you guys, because it gives like a really soft finish on the skin, and I love to use it in my oily areas too. Now I'm going to take my MAC Blush in Peaches and just pop that on the cheeks. For some reason, the bronzing clip got cut out. Don't know where it's at, but you guys know I did add a little bit of bronzer, and I used my MAC Give Me Some bronzer for that. I might have got distracted with the animals now that I think about it. I am babysitting. And don't be afraid to add a little extra. Blush is like the one thing that wears away quickly, so I make sure I add a little bit extra. So using the flat side of the sponge and using a powder that's a little bit closer to my skin tone, I'm taking my Maybelline Loose Fit Me setting powder and I'm going to be carving out using the baking method. Now, I love to use this powder rather than the Dermablend powder just because it doesn't leave that white cast and it just looks more natural. So I took the Morphe highlighter and I'm highlighting that face. I live for this highlighter. I really wish that Morphe would make it into a single pan. It is so stunning and I'm just here for it. Now I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and just wipe away the excess powder. Take a little bit of my Morphe setting spray just to lock it all in place. Last but not least, I'm going to press it in with my damp sponge just to make sure that everything's nice, blended, and seamless. So I'm just finishing up the eyes by dragging Daddy on the lower lash line and then taking my Morphe brush to just softly blend that out. Then taking my L'Oreal Voluminous mascara, I'm just going to pop on a little bit of lower and top mascara just to make sure that the mink lashes are blended. Taking my chestnut and cork lip pencil from MAC, I'm just going to outline my lips, chestnut first, and then go over with a little bit of cork just to lighten it up a little bit. So I'm going to finish up the look with the MAC lipstick in the shade Filling Myself. You guys, this lipstick is everything, okay? First of all, MAC never steers me wrong with their lip products. Live for their lip products, but this nude lip combo, she's here, she's giving it to me, she's serving, all that, okay? So that's it for today's tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it very much, and if you did, make sure you give that big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next tutorial. Bye!